guys, I was looking for some videos demonstrating paragraph styles and I couldn't really find anything that I liked. So we're just going to go through that pretty fast. So first of all, we're going to click create and then document. So we know about creating a new document, so we're going to call this one styles. What I'm talking about in particular comes from right here where it says normal text. And if we click on this, we can see we have a bunch of different options. It says normal text, title, subtitle, heading 1, 2, and 3. These are called different things. A lot of people call them headings, some people call them headers. More accurately, I would call them paragraph styles because that's what they are. It's how text is configured. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick edit to get a bunch of text in here, just like that. So we see these are both still normal text. When I click on this, however, where it says title, we can see that the style changes to title. Now what I've done is I've highlighted this text and I've changed it. I've changed the style that's associated with it. Here it's back to normal text. If I put this on title, we can see that it changes the font face and the font size. And that's true of all of these different headings. Well, that's great. You might say, well, what good does that do me? Well, you can use it for a bunch of different things. Suppose you were composing a document and you wanted different sections to have different styles. So say you were talking about a summary, and then you were talking about creating a document, and then you were talking about changing styles. And you want each one of these to be sort of different. Well, you could highlight where it says summary, and apply heading 1, creating a document, heading 2, changing styles, call that heading 3. And then you can see how these will change. Now, what if you don't like the way this looks? What if you want it to be different? Well, we highlight it, we make whatever changes we want. So I'm changing the font face to syncopate, the font size to 11, the font color I'm going to change to this dark green color because I think that's amazing. I'm also going to make it underlined. Now that's pretty cool. That's how I want it to look. So then I'm going to come here to heading 3 where it's checked so we know that's what's applied to it. And I'm going to do update heading 3 to match. Again, that's under the style section, heading 3, take this right pointing arrow and select update heading 3 to match. And now you can see that here where we had previously applied heading 3 style, that has changed as well. Now what if you want to change all of your text? Well, you can do that right here. So say we didn't want to write in Arial, say we wanted to write in Times New Roman, and say we needed a font size of, let's make it big, let's say 18 for some reason. Then we can do that and we can change from normal text to update normal text to match, and now this is what the default is going to be. Now whenever you start typing on a new line, it will look like this, as we can see here. One thing to keep in mind when you copy and paste text, even though here it looks the same and it maintains normal text, if we copy and paste this text that says heading 4 on it, when we paste it, it goes back to a normal text style. Now there's not really much we can do about that short of highlighting it and then applying the heading we want on it again. That's just sort of a problem with Google Docs. It's just something to be aware of. Now one thing that's also very handy with these different styles is these are how you create a table of contents. So all of the different headings, these will be in a table of contents. So let's go ahead and insert one now. The way we do that is we put our cursor or our text insertion point wherever we want to insert that table of contents. I want to put it right here. So then I go to Insert Table of Contents. Again, I put the cursor where I want it, find the menu item Insert, and then all the way down at the bottom as Table of Contents. So I click that and it inserts a table of contents. Now, isn't that lovely? Now if we make a change, if we say modify this text, you'll notice it doesn't show up automatically in the table of contents. We have to click this button to refresh it and then it shows up. And so as we add to our table of contents, we periodically have to go back and update it in order to get those changes to show up like that. Now, one last thing I wanted to show you is inserting horizontal lines. It's pretty easy. You click Insert, Horizontal Line, and that puts that in place. So that's how you insert a horizontal line. One thing to note, that you can insert multiple tables of content. One thing this can be used for is, say you have multiple things that you want. So say you want this section to be normal text, and then we can refresh this table of contents and those will go away, but they're still present here. We see this one only goes down to changing styles, where this one has changing styles and heading 3, 4, etc., etc. So if we highlight all of these, put them back to normal text, highlight these, and we're just going to make our awesome heading 3, and then come up here and refresh this, we see it has a different set of links than this table of contents, and we can insert as many tables of content as we would like. One other thing about table of contents, if you highlight all of them, you can of course change the way your table of contents look. You can also add, say, numbers or bullet list to them. Those don't necessarily reflect the contents here, but you can do that.